So a lot of y'all have been asking about how I rig up my Garmin Striker 4 fish finder to my Magellan Outdoor Pro Angler 10'3" kayak, and so I'm just going to go through that real quick with y'all, show you what parts you're going to need, what tools you're going to need, and how I rig mine up through the scupper plugs in the whole area up front. So some of the things you're going to need, you're going to need these PVC fittings. I can't remember the sizes exactly. I'll put a picture in the video somewhere of what the sizes are. I got these from Home Depot. You just got you got this one with the 2 threaded ends, and you'll need one of these little couplings that has a threaded end and then just an open end, and they'll just need to be able to screw on together like that. You'll need these 2 pieces. You might not have to use this depending on what size of these you get, but this is just some air duct sealant putty you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's. It comes in little blocks. It's just real moldable, sticky putty that doesn't really mess up in the water, which is nice. Your transducer, my transducer actually broke my last trip out. I hit a pretty gnarly rock. The 2 parts you screw in where you'll put your nut and bolt actually broke off, but I'll still show you how to rig that up, and I'll have to jerry rig something to hold mine in place now. So you'll need your transducer, you'll need the nut and bolt that I think comes with it should come with your transducer. I actually had to cut my bolt a little short for this project. You'll need that nut and bolt. You'll need something like this or a zip tie to wrap up your excess cord in the hole. Next thing you're gonna need is some type of wrench or crescent wrench of some sort to hold the back of that nut while you're screwing it tight through the hole you're going to drill in the PVC fitting. To be able to drill that, you're going to need some type of drill bit, at least the size of your bolt, to be able to drill this hole and run the bolt through that and through your eyelets on your transducer, which I don't have anymore. But you will also need a drill with some type of Phillips bit to screw your bolt in through that hole, and also to drill your hole. I just have an impact in drill bit. If you don't, you can just use a regular drill with a regular drill bit to drill that hole. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to take all your excess and run it in the hole through the bottom. Well, actually, before you do that, you need to put this on there, and so you can see where I drilled up my hole on mine at the bottom, just right above the threads like that. So go ahead and put this piece on, and once you have that like that, then you can run it through the bottom of the scupper hole on the back side of your plug. Run it out through here, bring it up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and send all my excess on through. My shepherd barking in the background, sorry about that. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like on the other side. So this is right here where I have it mounted on the bottom of my kayak, and it'll sit like that, which is ideal. Especially, you can see how much I hit mine on rocks and everything, and I put quite a few rocks, but it finally broke on this last rock I hit when I was going through some rapids. But that'll come up in that hole like this. I'll take this coupling with the threaded side, put it on this end, and run it all the way through. Take it there, pull that tight, put that down there, So you're gonna screw that, I don't know if you can see that, screw that tight. And what I did is, you can see in here, I've stuck some of that duck seal around the edges and smushed it down in that hole. I mean, you don't have to do that, but just, especially with mine being broke, it just helps it be a little tighter and puts a better seal on it. So you'll wedge that down in there, get that good and wedge in there like that, mash it down, make it watertight. And I mean, I've had this like this for months, and I mean, it doesn't come off. So that stuff is real nice to use for this kind of stuff. So now you can push that down in there, pull your transducer tight. So I'll go over here and show you how I did this part with the nut and the bolt, even though mine's broken and this didn't serve any purpose for me, but I'll still show you that. So pull some slack out, so you'll see right there, that's where I drilled the hole. That's where that nut and bolt go through for the transducer. So you'll run your nut and your bolt through the hole like that. You'll put your nut on the other side, screw it tight. Obviously you'll be going through the eyelets of your transducer, which mine are broken, so they won't go through nothing, but you'll run them through, well, this way, you'll run them through, screw it tight, and it'll be set right where you want it. Another thing I will mention is, if you notice, I trimmed the edge of this plastic off so it sits up farther in here and is more streamlined and will hit less rocks, because you can get it up, because normally it's a square piece of plastic and I rounded it off so I could fit it up in the scupper hole just a little farther. So as you can see, I had to J-rig mine, use this multiple mastic to keep it on my kayak, but I mean look at that, that's a lot less intrusive. So now that we have all the excess line ran through, go ahead and get the fish finder on your Garmin Striker 4, and then since this is like a really light kayak and not a very long kayak, it's only 10'3", I just use this really small battery, because all I'm running is my depth finder, and then I might be charging some of my GoPro cameras, but this is just a 10 amp hour battery from Noqua, I guess you say, at Adventure Gear. I can put the link of that in the bottom of the video, but this will last me a couple months before I have to recharge it, and all I'm running is my little fish finder. So it does plenty. I don't need a big heavy battery when I don't have a motor or anything like that. So you need your battery. So what I would do is I'd go ahead and take my excess and go ahead and roll it all up. And what I used to hold it is what I do with that, this little bungee cord right here. You can use a zip tie, whatever you want to use. I just use this because if I ever need to undo it like I do today, if I'm cleaning it or something like that, I can just take this off instead of cutting a zip tie and using a new zip tie every time. So I just use one of these. So go ahead and bundle up all your excess, wrap it up, and stick it. So what's nice about the Magellan Outdoor Pro Angler, it comes with this mount right here, which is, it comes with a rod holder. I don't need the rod holder. I have 2 in the back and then 2 or 3 more on the milk crate that I put in the back of my kayak. So I just take my Striker 4, my mount, stick it in there, take your battery. I just keep everything in here. So this is what will connect to your battery. Go ahead and connect that. And this is what will connect to the transducer plug on the Striker. Alright, so that'll keep tucked up in there. What I normally do is I normally just wrap all this excess around And I have another. So this is when I take one of those little flexible little cord wrap things. I don't really know what you call them, and I just wrap it around here to hold all the excess, so I still have room in my hole to put all my other equipment like lunch boxes or whatever else I'm carrying with me on the water. So I'll take that, I'll sit this right here. I like to keep this side plugged. That side is already watertight. I keep this side plugged so water's not getting in here with my battery, which this battery actually is waterproof, which is nice, so I don't have to worry about that. So I take it, I close the hole, I run the cords on either side of that, close that, it's sealed. And so there's the how it's mounted up. I'll turn it on. So it's turning on. You can turn it whichever way you want it with this mount. So you see it works. There it is, it's on right there. So there you go, that's how I mount mine. If you have a different kind of kayak and you have scupper plugs in your hole, you can use the same method. Just mess around with it, see what works best for your kayak, because you can definitely use this method for more than just this model of kayak.